Personally, I think that every episode is worth listening to at least once, but not every episode gets to be number one. Or does it? Hello, humans and puggies. Welcome to the Pug Life Show, brought to you by Pug Parties, because your pug deserves to be the best dressed at the party. And you can check out the pug-fitting, harness and toilet-friendly Pugs and Stripes collection at pugparties.com. I'm your host, Donna, and with me are my puggy co-hosts, Rosie and Kenji, with their rescue foster brother, Buster, wishing you all happy Pugmas for 2025. We wanted to close out Season 4 with our second year of reporting our top 5 most downloaded episodes for the season, just in case you wanted to catch up or re-listen to the episodes that our community loved the most this year. Personally, I think that every episode is worth listening to at least once, but not every episode gets to be number one. Or does it? But before we zoom in and share the stats with you, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. You'll find the link in the show notes, so you can be the first to know when the next episode lands, which will be episode 1 of Season 5 next year, and get access to loads more pugtastic goodies. Now, I don't know about you, but 2025 blew by faster than a pug on their post-bath zoomie. But it was a great year for the Pugcast. We had some amazing guests come onto the show, and I also got to achieve a personal goal by having vet nurse Chelsea come onto the show to talk about the many stages of a pug's life and the types of vet care they need at each stage, including an approximate price of what that's going to cost, so that pug parents can prepare for their pug's future needs. So in our final episode of Season 4, and only days until the Christmas break, I wanted to share with you this year's top 5 most downloaded episodes. So if you find that you have some spare time over the holiday break and you want to catch up on some pug chat, this might help you prioritise your listening. So our 5th most downloaded episode this year was episode 14, titled Snorts and Signals, Decoding the Signs of a Good Pug Rescue. Now, this episode is for the pug lover who is looking for adopting a pug for the first time or is looking for the first time in a while. There are so many ways to adopt these days, and each pathway is slightly different. So how do you know if the rescue, shelter or pound is the right place to be looking? This is why force-free trainers Jess and Alex kindly come on the show to share their experiences and their advice on what to look for when considering a pug that is up for adoption. And it's not all about the adoption fee or availability to take home today. So if you're thinking of adding a little snorter to your life over the Christmas New Year period, then this is the episode for you and your family to prepare for that. Our 4th most downloaded episode this year was episode 3, titled Pug and Seek, Microchips, Lost Paws and Happy Reunions. So I got to admit it, I'm a sucker for a Puggly Ever After story, and Dr. Doug Black from the Central Animals Records has plenty of them, since their job is to facilitate the reunion of animals who have gone missing, with one microchip being scanned every 2 minutes in Australia, which is incredible. So if you've ever wondered if the microchip your local council makes you maintain with your pug is actually worth the trouble, then this episode will dispel all rumours and have you placing your faith in the power of technology, returning your puggy to you quickly and safely. Our 3rd most downloaded episode this year was episode 7, The Price of Pugfection, Part 1. Yes, that means that there's actually a Part 2. And I admit this episode and its companion Part 2 was all about something that I've wanted to do. I've wanted to provide you with a cradle-to-grave list of things to plan and prepare for the last 4 seasons. Whether we like it or not, being a pug parent means spending a lot of money on our puggies at different times in their life. Sometimes it's breed-specific, like BOAS surgery, and sometimes it's dog-specific, like annual vaccinations and treatments. So if you're wondering what's in store for you and your pug health-wise at any stage of their life, then this is definitely the episode for you. And I highly recommend that you listen to both parts 1 and part 2, because they are chock-a-block full of handy information. And for the first time ever, Our most downloaded episode this year was a tie. It was tied between episode 6 and episode 4, which coincidentally were both about books and authors. Firstly, we welcomed author and force-free trainer Sarah Rutten on the show on our 6th episode, which was titled The Canine Perspective, to talk about her best-selling book of the same name. Now, the best part about the show is not just a treasure trove of advice and science-backed guidance that's all contained within her book and much more, but we also talk about her pug life with her Grumble, who work with her when an extra paw is needed with a particularly anxious dog. Like, how amazing is that? A dog trainer who's also a pug mum. You couldn't ask for any more. If you've ever wondered about your pug's behaviour, if it's normal dog behaviour, and what you can do about it, then this book is for you, and it is available on Amazon. So don't be afraid to grab it. And our other first place episode, and coincidentally, last year's guest, whose episode was the most downloaded episode for 2024, is our returning guest, PD the Pug, and his pugtastic mum, Marilee, from our 4th episode titled Furry Tales with PD the Pug. Now, PD the Pug, with the help of his pug mum, Marilee, released his 5th book, Furry Tales, this year, which takes some of our best-known fairy tales and puts a puggy spin on them. I loved reading every short story and seeing how PD was able to continue the time-honoured tradition of teaching morals in a fun and easy-to-remember parable. You don't need to be a little human to enjoy this book, and it, along with PD's previous 4 books, are all available on Amazon. So if you're looking for a last-minute present, this is definitely one for the pug lover. I'd love to know what you thought about this year's season and our top 5. And if there is any topic you would like us to try and cover in season 5, or more importantly, if you'd like to come on the podcast and talk about your favourite topic, your pug life with your pug. Please send us an email at thepuglifeshow@pugparties.com, or send us a DM via our Facebook group, The Pug Life Show Podcast, and we'll be in touch to organise the recording of your very own episode, because yes, we are back for season 5 in 2020. I think it's amazing, the top 5 episodes that we had this year. I enjoyed talking to every single one of those guests. And I'm guessing by the fact that they were in the top 5, you enjoyed listening to them. Now, I'm really looking forward to season 5, and I hope you are too. We will be popping into our Facebook group, the Pug Life Show Podcast, regularly. So if you haven't joined yet, do so now so you can keep in touch over the break. Plus, if you haven't already, please follow the Pugcast so you don't miss out on the next episode. And while you're at it, leave us a review on your favourite podcast host. It only takes a couple of seconds to give us a 5-star review, and it goes a long way to helping other pug parents find us. Rosie, Kenji, Buster and I hope that you have a pugtastic holiday season. And until next year, humans, be generous with the snackies.